Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited about today's video because we're diving into something truly special, transforming your space to reflect you. Just like every house has a story, every person does too. And when you walk into your home, it should feel like you're walking into your own story. It's about creating a space that not only looks beautiful, but feels like a warm hug at the end of a long day. So whether you're starting from scratch or just want to add a few personal touches, stick around. I'm sharing some of my favorite tips and tricks to help you infuse your personality into every nook and cranny. Let's get started. Before we dive into furniture and paint swatches, let's take a step back and really think about what makes you, well, you. What are those little details that make your heart sing? Maybe you're drawn to the clean lines of modern design, or perhaps you find yourself gravitating towards the cozy, eclectic vibe. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's all about figuring out what feels most authentic to you. Start by browsing through design magazines or creating a mood board on Pinterest. As you scroll, pay attention to the images that really speak to you. What colors, textures, and patterns catch your eye? Once you have a good sense of your overall aesthetic, it's time to think about your color palette. Do you love the calmness of cool blues and greens, or are you energized by warm yellows and oranges? Your home should be a reflection of your energy, so choose colors that make you feel happy and at peace. And don't forget about the little treasures you've collected along the way. Those vintage books, family heirlooms, or travel souvenirs all tell a story. Incorporating these pieces into your decor is a beautiful way to infuse your personality and history into your space. Okay, now that we've got a good grasp on your style, let's talk about functionality. Because a beautiful home should also be a home you can truly live in. Think about how you use each room in your house. Do you love hosting movie nights in the living room? Maybe you're an avid cook who practically lives in the kitchen. Once you have a clear picture of your daily routines, you can start to design your space in a way that supports those activities. For example, if you love to entertain, you might prioritize comfortable seating and ample lighting in your living area. And speaking of living areas, let's talk about furniture for a minute. When choosing pieces for your home, it's important to consider both style and function. Look for pieces that not only complement your aesthetic, but also serve a purpose in your life. Don't be afraid to get creative with multifunctional furniture, especially if you're working with a smaller space. A vintage trunk can double as a coffee table and storage, while a daybed can provide extra seating and a place for guests to sleep. Remember, your home should be a reflection of your unique needs and lifestyle. So don't be afraid to break the mold and create a space that works for you. You know, one of the things I love most about design is its ability to tell a story. And your home is the perfect place to share your unique story with the world. Think about the things you love, your hobbies, your passions, your travels. How can you incorporate these elements into your decor? If you're an avid reader, create a cozy reading nook with a comfy armchair and a stack of your favorite books. Love to travel? Display your travel souvenirs on a bookshelf or create a gallery wall with your favorite vacation photos. And speaking of gallery walls, they're a fantastic way to infuse personality and style into any room. Mix and match framed photos, artwork, and even small objects to create a visually interesting display. Don't be afraid to get creative and think outside the box. You can even use things like vintage maps, concert tickets, or handwritten letters to add a personal touch. Remember, your home should be a reflection of your heart and soul, so don't be afraid to let your personality shine through in every detail. All right, now that we've covered the foundational elements of design, let's dive into some of the fun stuff: texture and pattern. Adding texture is like adding another layer of depth and dimension to your space. It's what makes a room feel cozy, inviting, and full of life. Think about the textures you're naturally drawn to. Do you love the softness of a chunky knit blanket or the rustic feel of reclaimed wood? Maybe you're drawn to the luxurious feel of velvet or the coolness of marble. Incorporating different textures is as easy as layering throws on your sofa, adding a sheepskin rug to your bedroom floor, or incorporating woven baskets for storage. And don't be afraid to mix and match. Pairing a sleek leather sofa with a cozy knit throw creates a beautiful contrast that's both visually interesting and inviting. Now let's talk about pattern. Just like texture, patterns can add personality and visual interest to your space. Whether you prefer bold geometric prints or subtle floral designs, there's a pattern out there for everyone. You can incorporate patterns through throw pillows, curtains, rugs, or even wallpaper. The key is to choose patterns that you love and that reflect your personal style. Don't be afraid to experiment and have fun with it. You know, lighting is one of those things that often gets overlooked, but it plays such a crucial role in creating the right ambiance in your home. Think of it this way: lighting is like jewelry for your home. It has the power to highlight your favorite features, create a cozy and inviting atmosphere, and even set the mood for different occasions. There are three main types of lighting to consider: ambient, task, and accent. Ambient lighting is your overall lighting, like ceiling fixtures or chandeliers. Task lighting is more functional, like table lamps for reading or pendant lights over a kitchen island. And accent lighting is all about highlighting specific features, like artwork or architectural details. When choosing lighting for your home, it's important to consider both function and style. Think about the mood you want to create in each room. Do you want a bright and airy feel in your kitchen, or a more cozy and intimate vibe in your bedroom? And don't forget about the power of statement lighting. A unique chandelier or a pair of vintage sconces can instantly elevate a room and add a touch of your personality. So take some time to experiment with different lighting options and see what works best for your space. You might be surprised at how much of a difference the right lighting can make. You know, there's something so grounding and life-giving about being surrounded by nature, and bringing elements of the outdoors into your home can create a sense of peace, tranquility, and connection to the natural world. One of the easiest ways to do this is by incorporating plants into your decor. Not only do plants add beauty and life to a space, but they also purify the air, which is a win-win in my book. Whether you have a green thumb or not, there's a plant out there for you. Start with easy care options like snake plants, ZZ plants, or pothos. And don't be afraid to experiment with different sizes and varieties to create visual interest. But incorporating nature into your home goes beyond just adding plants. Think about other natural elements that you're drawn to, like wood, stone, or woven textures. Incorporating these elements can be as simple as adding a wooden bowl to your coffee table, displaying a collection of crystals on a shelf, or adding a woven rug to your living room floor. These natural elements add warmth, texture, and a sense of organic beauty to your space, creating a home that feels connected to the earth and full of life. As we wrap up our design journey together, there's one last thing I want to emphasize. Creating a home you love is an ongoing process. It's not about achieving perfection overnight, but rather about embracing the journey and allowing your space to evolve over time. Don't be afraid to experiment, try new things, and most importantly, trust your gut. If you love something, find a way to make it work in your space. And remember, trends come and go, but your personal style is timeless. So focus on creating a home that reflects your unique personality and brings you joy. If you find yourself feeling stuck, don't hesitate to take a step back and reassess. Sometimes, all it takes is a fresh perspective or a small change to breathe new life into your space. And most importantly, have fun with the process. Designing your home should be an enjoyable and rewarding experience. So go ahead and infuse your heart and soul into every corner of your home. Create a space that truly reflects who you are and tells your unique story. Well, friends, that's a wrap on today's design adventure. I hope you feel inspired and empowered to transform your own spaces into reflections of your amazing selves. Remember, your home should be your sanctuary, a place where you can relax, recharge, and truly be yourself. Don't be afraid to let your personality shine through in every detail, from the furniture you choose to the art you display. Thanks for joining me today, and don't forget to subscribe for more design inspiration and tips. Until next time, happy decorating!